much time till we're on?
We're on, Ron.
What?
We're on the air right now.
I'm ready.
You. What up? Welcome to Blues News, man. What's good with y'all? What is popping? What we got on the docket today? How y'all doing, man? You know what it is. It's the spot for everything. Comic book chaos and cultural commentary, man. I'm the homie Bluminati, your OG, and tonight we got Spider-Man. We got some James Gunn, and then we're gonna talk about did the MCU have a big misstep with Captain America, Brave New World? Did Feige let that out the bag? That he don't know jack shit about anything, you know what I mean? Cause Feige out here wilding, man. Feige out here, he telling it all today, or in this last week, he been telling it all, man. It's been real wild, been real crazy on his side as he's trying to promote Fantastic Four First Steps. You know what I mean? Good movie too, by the way. If y'all ain't seen it, go see it. If y'all ain't seen that Fantastic Four yet, go see it. It is a pretty good movie, man. But yeah, hey, I need you to drop what's that? That spider emoji. Drop that spider. Oh, Lawrence. What's up, Lawrence? Did YouTube let you know I'm out? YouTube let you know that I'm live. Hopefully they did. But yeah, chat, drop that spider emoji in the chat if you hype for the new Spider-Man 4 joint. Because like I said, we talk about that brand new day, the timeline. They kind of revealed the timeline in some of these photos, whatever. And then like I said, we got the 9 James Gunn projects, DC projects confirmed by James Gunn. And I want to do this deep dive on whether Chris Evans' absence, whether his absence killed Captain America, Brave New World. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. We want to hit first. Let's talk Spidey first. Let's talk Spidey. Yeah. Let's talk some Spider-Man 4 first, man. So these Spider-Man brand new day set photos seem like they revealed this timeline. And it gives us a clue of what's going on in the MCU, the timeline and everything. You know what I'm saying? They suggest that brand new day might take place before the Avengers Doomsday. And it's giving us kind of like a timeline context of what's going on. So it has some subway posters that show, political campaign ads placed in the mid 2020s. There's an article involved. So let's get into this article, man. This is coming from comicbookmovie.com. Let me share that real quick. Yeah, so this is coming from comicbookmovie.com, man. It says first Spider-Man brand new day set photos seemingly reveal whether the movie is set before Avengers Doomsday. They say with set construction underway in Glasgow, Scotland. They always shooting somewhere abroad. Some signage in Spider-Man Brand New Days, New York City, has seemingly revealed whether the movie takes place before or after Avengers Doomsday. The first photos from the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day in Glasgow, Scotland has swung online, and they reveal when the movie takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's timeline. Let me see. Do we have that? It says, as you can see below, the signage has been put up indicating that construction is taking place in a building in New York that's set to be completed in December of 2027. The events of Captain America Brave New World played out across 2026 and 2027, with Thunderbolts set in 2027. That's kind of, well, I guess that ain't too far. Because when was Wakanda Forever? Wakanda Forever was what, 2025? Was set in 2025? Trying to get all these movies lined up. I need like a timeline of when these, what was happening in these movies. So the latter movies post credit scenes jumped into the events of Avengers Doomsday with 14 months later title card placing the movie in 2028 and 2029. With that in mind, Spider-Man Brand New Day is almost set before the next Avengers movie, not between Doomsday and Secret Wars, as some has previously speculated. I would like to know, where is Fantastic Four in the timeline? Like, what year are we in Fantastic Four? I know it's set with this 1960s retro stylation going on, but I want to know what year it is. You know what I'm saying? Because in how I look at things, all universes should be in the same. If they're Because Marvel messed up and y'all been hearing me say this for the longest. Marvel messed up the universe and timeline. They kind of make the universe and timeline one and the same, and it's not. Like a timeline, you know what I'm saying? From if you want to start at 0 to 100, that would be the timeline. Even, just looking at it from a linear standpoint. And within that timeline, you can have multiple universes within that timeline. Marvel to me has messed it up to where they're convoluting timeline and the universe. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to know um where Fantastic Four falls at. Let's see. So Spider-Man Brand New Day, being a street level adventure rather than another multiversal blockbuster, was recently confirmed by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. That Kevin Feige, man. He out here talking. Y'all know how I feel about Feige. He says, I think there's a promise at the end of No Way Home that so far, as sad as it that Peter is forgotten by everyone in his life, we are seeing for the first time in Tom Holland Spider-Man stories him being a proper Spider-Man. And that's crazy too. Like, they never really made. I wonder if they saying a proper Spider-Man because that wasn't his, you know what I'm saying? That's not how Spider-Man really gets down in the comics and stuff like that, because Spider-Man is kind of like a solo act, you know what I'm saying? And they gave him every movie he had somebody rocking with him. Maybe that's what they saying. Says him being by himself dedicated to saving the sea. That's exactly what I'm saying. Him being by himself dedicated to saving the city and dealing with for lack of better term, street level crime as opposed to world ending events. That's what they should have been doing with him. They gave his his storyline that we got in the MCU with Spider-Man, that was supposed to be Ironheart's storyline. So imagine Ironheart and Tony Stark kicking it. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be her storyline, but they gave it to Peter for some reason. He said, so when you do that, you say, okay, who are the other street level characters that we've never seen him interact with? And of course, I love that the Punisher started in a Spider-Man comic. That's so in this brand new world, we're gonna be seeing the Punisher and Spider-Man interact. And I think that should make for some dope action sequences and storytelling. Since the great cover. I don't want to say too much, but Destin, I will say too much. Destin is doing an amazing job right now on that movie, which starts shooting very soon. And he's got 8 or 9 comic covers up on his wall in his art department that he's bringing to life in this movie, which is super cool. Since Marvel Studios typically releases movies and TV shows in a rough chronological order, so Spider-Man Brand New Day taking place before the Avengers Doomsday was perhaps to be expected. So, and Spider-Man comes out first, I believe, right? We get Spider-Man Brand New Day, then Avengers Doomsday. So if it is before Avengers Doomsday, that would make sense. Hopefully, I'm about to check when, because I know they keep moving Spidey back. I know they moved Spidey back a couple of times. So I'm about to check that. Check that out. Oh, what's more to the article? Says Brand New Day shares the title with the controversial era of storytelling, which, thanks to a deal with Mephisto, saw the wall crawler get a fresh start when his marriage to Mary Jane ended and his identity became secret again. He faced many new sinister foes during the time and was surrounded by an overhaul supporting cast, including a resurrected Harry Osborn. Mr. Negative, Jackpot Menace, and Carly Cooper were some of the standout additions to his world and are among the most likable possibilities to make an appearance next summer. As of now, all signs point to Spidey teaming up with the Punisher to battle Hulk. So Hulk gonna be in this joint too. Okay. All right. So this Spider, This might be the better Spider-Man movie out of the last three. Okay, I'm a little excited now. I'm a little excited. That might be dope. So we recently published a feature about how the Brand New Day comics will influence the next Spider-Man movie, along with the breakdown of Spidey's best team-ups and clashes with Frank Castle. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings helmet destined Daniel Creighton directs Spider-Man Brand New Day from a script by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers. Tom Holland leads a cast that also includes Zendaya, Sadie Sink gonna be in it? Is Ain't she supposed to be playing a mutant? Ain't she supposed to be playing a mutant? Ain't Sadie Sink supposed to be playing a mutant? Liza Cologne Zayas. Uh, look at Buck talking about Feige getting it back on track. Nah. You can't go wrong with Spidey. That's the thing. Like Spider-Man just is gonna sell itself. But I feel that if it is getting back on track, I give him all the praise. I ain't got no problem giving fraudulent Feige the praise. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. The Spider-Man Brand New Day will be released in theaters July 31st. Okay, there we go. July 31st, 2026. Check out these set photos below, along with some new shots from the Punisher special presentation. So here we go. They got these shots right here. So this is what they was talking about. AJ Huntley Construction Corp. Can I just click on this? Let me click on this real quick. See if y'all can see this. So yeah, AJ Huntley Construction Corp. I don't see where the date is. Let me go to the next one. FYX Group, New York City Telephone. Work in progress, AR 515. Okay, I see it right there. It says anticipated completion December 2027. Owner Beekman Property LLC. Okay, that's just so this is basically just really set photos showing that they are building the set and things like that. And I think this signage right here is actual part of the set. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Says preparations for filming Spider-Man has begun. John Bernthal films some intense fight scenes for his new Disney Plus series Punisher and Queen. So are they filming this simultaneously? I wonder if they filming that simultaneously. He looked crazy right there too. He looked wild. He looks wow in that, man. So yeah, what y'all think about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the reveal of the timeline? Is that a good thing? Do y'all think it should be after Doomsday? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think it should be after Doomsday? Are you here for a pre-Avengers story? Or do we only care about what's happening after the multiverse blows up? I'm kind of to the point to where I'm ready for everything to just be blown up, start fresh, start new. Give me the new multiverse. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. Give me that. I'm ready for this newness, this new hotness that Feige said. Well, I don't know. It might not be Feige. Feige said he got 2 years. Remember his little timeline? He said he got 2 years left. We'll see. We'll see. That's what he said, man. We will see. I don't believe it. Do y'all believe that? Y'all believe that? Y'all believe Feige only got 2 years left? I don't know, man. I do not know, but I am ready for him to go. And the reason why I'm ready for him to go, because I just kind of want to see somebody else step into that position. You know what I mean? And do something better. Well, let me not say better. Continue on. Let me say that. Continue on. I just think Feige just was not, you know what I'm saying, at the helm for a long time. He was not at the helm for a long time, man. It really suffered. And maybe he can get it back on track. If he can get it back on track, maybe he can stay. I don't know. But as of right now, I don't know who. I don't know who. I'm one of those. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but the experiment of adding a new person just to see what they can do, I'm one of those people. I want to see the experiment. You know what I'm saying? I want to see whether this person, whoever this new person is, they come along, whether they can sink or swim. You know what I mean? Because that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So next up, what we want to talk about next? Next. I wouldn't mind John Favreau. Let's talk about James Gunn, Jimmy Gunn, man. Let's talk about Jimmy Gunn, right? Oh, Jimmy Gunn. Jimmy Gunn. Oh, wrong one. Jimmy Gunn. Jimmy Gunn say he got 9 projects coming up. Jimmy Gunn say he got 9 projects coming up, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He confirmed 9 new DC Studios projects are deep in development, including or not including the Authority, but Booster Gold, Green Lantern. His exact quote is, we are in full swing, man. We are in full swing. And we got an article to go along with that. So let me share this. Why did it do that? I don't know what's going on. But let's share this article, man. Come from the movie blog. It says James Gunn confirms 9 DC projects, right? James Gunn recently gave an update on the DC studio projects he's working on, revealing that there are 9 of them joints ready to go. 9 joints ready to go. Well, or in development. Let me say that. Not ready to go, but in development. Supergirl, Lanterns, Clayface. Can y'all see that? Y'all probably can't even see that. Let me make that a little bigger for y'all, man. Supergirl, Lanterns, Clayface, The Brave and the Bold. So that's still rocking. Wonder Woman, the Batman 2 was the Elseworlds joint, Sergeant Rock, and Creature Commando. Now, the homies over there at the Pantheon, they don't know why Clayface and Sergeant Rock is on the roster. I don't think they understand the allure of horror when it comes to Clayface, right? If Clayface goes full swing into horror, the horror aspect, the horror genre, they got a winner. What the movie end up costing them between 80 to 100 million. They'll make that back. And then some. So it will become a hit. And who knows? Clayface might become like a sleeper uh sleeper hit, but also put Clayface like on the map of being, you know what I'm saying, a prominent something. Just never know. Clayface 1, Clayface 2, just staying in that horror thing. Or Clayface could open it up for other horror DC genres. You know what I'm saying? I think they got Frankenstein, all types of stuff like that. So I think it'll work. Sergeant Rock, same thing. War movies. War movies sell, man. War movies sell, especially Sergeant Rock with Vietnam. They add in what's my man from Creature Commandos, the robot. I can't think of the robot right now. I can't think of the robot. Oh man, come on, Buck. What's called is doing Clayface, he can't miss. I can't think his name right now. Let me look up who's doing Clayface. Let me look up Clayface. The director, Mike Flanagan. It's going to be directed by James Watkins, though, but it's written by Mike Flanagan as a writer. If they're using his script, we good. You ain't even got to worry about it. What did James Watkins? I don't know what James Watkins has done. I'm not familiar with his work. Let me see. Let's see what his work includes. Speak No Evil. The Woman in Black. So he got some this Descent. Nah, he good. We good. Those are some pretty good joints. If he could, we good. We good. We good to go. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Then another season of Creature Commandos. That's gonna be dope, man. Since however things might not be going as well for the Authority, as Gunn expresses uncertainty that about the project's futures. Gunn revealed that he's enthusiastic about the current projects, especially Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface. He also mentioned that the script for The Brave and the Bold is being worked on, but there are no new updates available. On the other hand, the Authority status is uncertain and its future remains unclear. I don't think he's going to do the Authority. I think it might be too much going on with the Thor. Like, that's a lot of characters um with the Authority, even though he kind of already gave us one character in Superman that could be a part of it, that's a part of the Authority. So we'll just have to, maybe that movie's gonna take a lot of money, and maybe he just wants to get these projects out the way so he can be in the black. So when he goes in and asks for money for the Authority, they just start throwing money at him. And I can understand that, especially with the way WB is right now. WB is, they're not cash flush at this moment. I don't even. Some people say that they might even be filing for bankrupt. I know they're doing that split. It's gonna be WB again, back to being Warner Brothers, and then Discovery. It's gonna be back being Discovery. So they're gonna be splitting into two companies. Um, so yeah, that's weird. They did the merger no more than 5 years ago. They did the merger like 5 or 6 years ago during COVID, if I believe, or right before COVID. Now 6 years later, they're splitting. That's crazy. That is crazy. Said it's worth noting that one project that's definitely coming soon is Peacemaker Season 2, which will be released in August. The whole TikTok clip played with the running gag where John Cena fully suited up as Peacemaker is completely ignored by Gunn, which is a fun nod to the next chapter that's just around the corner. They got final thoughts on here saying, as for the Authority, fans might be a bit disappointed, but should keep an eye out for future updates. With so many projects in development, it's clear that DC Studios is working hard to bring exciting stories to fans. Uh, yeah, his engineer didn't look nothing like in the comics, but I think he got his point across with engineer. You know what I'm saying? Um, but we'll see, man. We'll see. We will see. I'm cool with this lineup. Supergirl lanterns. I think Supergirl is going to do what it needs to be done, right? Um, check that out. Lanterns for me is one of those big things. Going to be on HBO Max. Hopefully, we can get Max opportunity out of that and get John Stewart over onto the big league, the big side of things, into the big movies. Because to me, he is. I know Hal Jordan is the Green Lantern, but to me, John Stewart is the Green Lantern, right? To me, so um, I want to see that. That's what I want to see. Then Clayface, Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold. I'm surprised that they're not putting more emphasis on Brave and the Bold and trying to get that script done as fast as possible. Come on, it's a Batman film. It's a Batman. That should be like a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman should be a priority. Building out Batman's world the same way they building out Superman's world with Supergirl and things like that. I think that's the dope thing too. If they're doing it the way how I'm looking at this now, Superman, Supergirl, that's part of the House of L family. Lanterns. It's the lanterns. We know that world is huge with all the different type of lanterns there is. And the Guardians of Oa, you know what I'm saying? Just being interstellar, intergalactic cops that they are, and the universe that they basically fight crime in. Clayface starting the horror aspect. Like, if they tug on these strings and do it right, it's not about having like an interconnected universe, but it'll be interconnected. You know what I'm saying? Because at any time, these characters can basically interact with each other in their own world. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of almost like the comics. You know what I'm saying? Superman has his comics. Batman has his Bat Family comics. Same thing with You know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman is the only one who don't have like a big, you know what I'm saying, multiple comics the way that everybody else has, like a comic book world. So I think it works, man. And then Creature Commandos, I think, is the glue that will hold the world together. And I think that's why he started with Creature Commandos, just to let you know that, hey, in this world, you dealing with comic books. Like, you dealing with comic book characters. This isn't Zack Snyder's everything is super serious and Superman is basically Batman in the Superman costume. It's not that. This is If you like reading the comic books, and I think he even said it in an interview one time. I think he said, um, the comics, you know what I'm saying, that he wants to touch in all of these things and make everything relevant to each other. And I think that's a good thing. But not like synergy though. I don't want MC, like how Marvel has MCU synergy into the books. Like it changes how the comics is. I think the comics should dictate the screen, not the screen dictate the comics. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? But that's me on it. What are y'all most hyped for? What are y'all most hyped for? Green Lanterns finally getting done right. Maybe maybe we can get McDuffie's widow to sign off on letting him get Static Shock and Icon and everything from Milestone Comics. That's another facet, another bucket he can dip in and bring out because I think what's dope about having Jimmy Gunn and Peter Safran as co-executives, co-heads of DC Studios. That allows James Gunn to go and get the best talent. It allows James Gunn to uh, probably look at scripts and uh, be included in some of these creative meetings that go on. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's picking the right actor for the right job, the right script, going and looking at these storylines and bringing those to life and things of that nature. And then Peter Safran could go on his side and handle the business aspects of things, probably the marketing, getting the money right, talking to certain executives, things of that nature. And I think that's also the reason why James Gunn talks a lot. A lot of people say uh, that they don't like James Gunn talking. I think he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. I'm the face. You know what I'm saying? I'm the face of DC Studios. I'm the Suge Knight of this thing. I'm the P. Diddy of this thing. I'm the Master P of this thing. And I'm gonna talk. I think he running it like old school record label, man. He running it like old, you know what I'm saying? Just like how them record labels back in the day was always had that face, the dude that they talked to, whether it was Irv Gotti, Dame Dash, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's how he running it. But yeah, y'all let me know, man. Um, what y'all are hyped for out of this list right here. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know. What we got up next? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I gotta talk bad about my boy. Gotta talk bad about the homie fraudulent Feige. Gotta talk bad about the fraud, man. Fraudulent Feige, man. Oh, fraudulent Feige. Ooh. Okay. Where do we start with this? Because there's been a lot of chatter online, X blowing up about this. Um, he said, and I'm gonna paraphrase, um, because this is about the Chris Evans absence, doom Captain America: Brave New World. Hmm. Now, Kevin Feige admits that Brave New World suffered, right? Suffered from not having Steve Rogers, Chris Evans involved, right? Anthony Mackie's Cap got overshadowed by fans constantly comparing him to Evans. I let's do the article first before I get into my deep dive. Let's do this article. That way we got all the that way we got all the come on now. Let me do this. Hold on. Nope. Where is it? Where's my allow? My bad, y'all. There we go. Here we go. Okay, got it. It's just trying to give me everything. All these little ads, man. All these ads, man. Let's bring this to the stage. Coming to the stage. All right, this is Kevin Feige says Captain America Brave New World suffered from no Chris Evans. This is a new quote from Marvel head Kevin Feige on the fate of one of the only not great superhero movies of the year. Captain America Brave New World has sparked a whole lot of debate over the course of the past day. Says Feige at a recent roundtable event discussed the issues with Brave New World and said it was the first without Chris Evans. As a reason, it struggled. Perhaps not the only reason, but the rationale is being described as blunt, to say the least. And he's not wrong. I agree with that. He ain't wrong. This is not to say that the new star in Captain America, Anthony Mackie, did anything wrong, but he had not been set up to succeed in any capacity. Oh man, Forbes must have been reading my mind, man, because I've been saying that for the longest. First, he had his entire becoming Cap journey shuffled into a Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that far fewer people would watch compared to a film. And as it turned out, it was actually better than his actual debut film. It was. It was. Second, mantle passing is just incredibly difficult, especially in this case. Yes, this is something that happens in the comics eventually, but in the context of the MCU, it's important to consider that Chris Evans, Steve Rogers was Cap 11 times over 9 years. Sam only appeared a supporting character, Falcon, during that time, and only managed 2 appearances as the new Cap across 5 years. Certainly Marvel's fault there. So they ain't lying. Like they cooking. They are cooking. Since this would have happened with any role. If Jane Foster stuck around to become the new Thor in her own film, that would have underperformed the past Thor movies. The She-Hulk as a Hulk replacement was a film that would not have done well. If Ironheart as an Iron Man replacement was a film that would not have done well. We just saw Yelena more or less sub in as the new Black Widow lead in the Thunderbolts, and that did not do well. And that time the movie was even good. And if they actually made John Walker the real Captain America leading the whole film, doubt it would have done any better than Brave New World. Oh man. Yeah, man, I'm finna have a field day with this because it's a lot of ammo in this. Feige is right. The movie suffered from not having Chris Evans, though that he should not be taken as a knock against Mackie's performance. There were also plenty of other very clear reasons this movie was bad, as mainly after awful editing and big reworks, it ended up being a baffling sequel to The Incredible Hulk. Man, oh man. Complete with the surprise climax of President Ross turning into the Red Hulk, being the full on marketing campaign, giving the film literally no dramatic tension. And yet, like, they gave us the premise of the film before you even go watch. Like, you already knew what was going to go on. Falcon against the Red Hulk. How else he going to beat him? He going to talk him down, might scratch him a little bit, shoot him with his wings or something like that. But other than that, he not taking the Hulk down. He ain't taking the Red Hulk down. He gonna have to talk him down. And in the promotions for the film, you kind of already see that. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing major about it. As it stands, it seems that Mackie Sam Wilson is posed to be the new leader of the not yet really assembled Avengers. But once we get past Doomsday and Secret Wars, which will be a massive ensemble featuring Thor, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and a bunch of X-Men, I do wonder what his actual future holds. We may not see him much after this, just like we haven't the last 5 years. Um. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know I'm finna get into it. You know how I feel about old Feige, right? Y'all know how I feel about Feige, man. Y'all already know how I feel about Feige. Um, where do I start? So the film struggling in the box office despite years of hype. They say years of hype. I don't think this film was hyped enough. And I think Marvel and Feige failed Sam's journey to being Captain America. It was kind of just shoehorned to him at the end of uh end game, right? Was it end game Infinity War? I can't remember. I always get them mixed up. But it was kind of just okay, he's gonna be the next Cap. Then like they said in the article, we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Nobody watches Disney Plus. I don't know if Marvel really thought about that yet, but Disney Plus is not like a destination that people run to watch things unless you're like a diehard comic book MCU fan. You know what I'm saying? But casual people ain't running to Disney Plus just because a new Marvel joint is on there. You know what I mean? They might stumble on it as their kid is watching Bluey or something. Oh, I ain't even know they did. Like Disney Plus just ain't it when it comes to streaming. So there's that. Then we go into Captain America Brave New World, and the general audience is like, when the hell did this black dude become Captain America? Right? It's like Marvel and Feige don't consider the uphill or didn't consider the uphill battle that Sam, the character of Sam, would have to take on due to America being, America being America. And when I say America being America, I'm talking about bigotry, racism, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it happens in the comic books. But there was when Cap died in the comics, Bucky took up the mantle for a while. Bucky was Captain America for a while, not Sam. Right? Then Cap comes back. Then Sam becomes Captain America for a while. And then he says, I don't want to be Captain America because I'm my own man and I'm Falcon. Right? Then out of the blue, they just made Sam Captain America again for no reason. Now, this is all in the comic. I'm with Sam putting the shield down and saying, hey, I'm Falcon. I'm my own man. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier as a movie, a buddy cop movie or something like that, Lethal Weapon style, I think that works. And then having the shadow of Captain America looming over them trying to live up to Captain America, I think that works. I honestly, Sam is not, he's not lead material, right? He's not lead material. And that's not a knock on Anthony Mackie. The character Sam is not lead material. He's not. That's just what it is. And it's not like they hyped him up to be a lead. In the MCU, they ain't hype him up to be no lead. He's been Captain America's sidekick forever. In the MCU, he's been Captain America's sidekick. He's been the you know what I'm saying, Cap's right-hand man forever. Like y'all didn't do anything to make him a lead. Captain America, Winter Soldier, I'm sorry, Falcon and Winter Soldier made them, if you want to say, co-leads. But I think if you package that as a movie, we could be 2 sequels in. We could be a movie and a sequel in by now. Like I said, Danny Glover style, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, they could have been that. It's like they missed it. This was a missed opportunity by Feige. And it seems like if you run down the history and you start reversing and going backwards, Feige, he just been missing. And he been missing on like simple shit. He been missing on simple shit. That's the reason why I go so hard on Feige, because it's like, this is simple stuff. I could have told you it wasn't going to work. Not with him as no lead. That shield is weighted. It's a weight on that shield. And the way the majority of America looks at that shield and who should be having it, why even put him in the position? Maybe it works in the comics because nobody, you know what I'm saying? Comics is just comics, but this is movie. This is broadcasted on the big screen, seen by all it. No, it's not gonna work. No, it ain't gonna work. Talking about hype. There was no hype. No hype. Y'all didn't pour into, and with that. So okay, so y'all say, nah, we dead set on making Sam Captain America. Right? Cool. Y'all didn't even pour into this film to make it the best film possible. Y'all didn't even try to make this film the best film possible. He was second fiddle in his own movie. Now, critics called it directionless and missing the soul of the original trilogy. Yep. Spot on. It was directionless because what is Sam doing in this movie? Who was his bad? He had no complementary villain in this film. None was. Where was his villain? You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have been, to me, Serpent Society should have been the villains in this film, not Red Hulk. This should not been a Hulk sequel. This should have been Anthony Mackie's Sam as Cap, if you want to have him as Falcon Cap, fine. Going up against the Serpent Society. With their enhanced bio, you know what I'm saying? Them being bio enhanced by, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. They went and got Giancarlo Esposito. He would have been the perfect villain, overall villain for Mackie. They gave him a good 5 minutes of film time in this. If I'm Giancarlo, I'm heated. If I'm Giancarlo, I am heated. That might have been one of the dopest scenes in it. When Giancarlo pulled out and was busting, boom, boom, and Mackie didn't have the shield or nothing, and Mackie had to do the things to stop. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. That's what the movie should have been. They added answer, you know, the adamantium storyline was stupid. They introduced, like, why introduce adamantium without the person who it belongs to, or the reason, you know what I'm saying? The reason why adamantium is what it is. You introduce that it's the same, like, fight. They just make bad choices. One of the worst choices they made, we already, you know what I'm saying, was taking T'Challa. I think that right there changed the pattern of the MCU. They've been kind of killing me on threads, but I think killing off T'Challa made them pivot, made them make that hard pivot so much that it changed everything, right? So that's one. The multiverse as a overarching saga has been a total and complete disaster. And I said that ever when they first started talking about the multiverse. I said, nah, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Y'all ain't even set it up right. It ain't gonna work. Is it a universe or a timeline? What are we talking about? Cool, right? Then they add in the homie Kang. Now, Kang, another thing Feige said that, oh, Kang ain't bigger than, he's not a big of a villain as Doom, and we've been thinking about Doom before we even thought about Kang. Bullshit. Like, really? Kang ain't big enough? That's what I'm saying. It's like, Feige, do you even read? Do you read Feige? Kang might just be second to Doom. Nathaniel Richards might just be second to Doom in villainry in Marvel. So you say we want to do Kang. Then cool, let's do Kang. I got a bright idea. Let's introduce him in an Ant-Man film. What? What? Ant-Man? Ant-Man? Let's put him in an Ant-Man film. So you want to put Kang, the master of time himself, in an Ant-Man movie, and then have him lose in the Ant-Man movie. I see why it's like, oh, well, it's kind of easy to move on from Kang. Yeah, y'all made him trash. Y'all made him trash. And salute to Jonathan Majors because he put on a fantastic performance. He embodied Kang. He brought everything that he could to it. But big dog, they put you in an Ant-Man movie. Ant-Man movies, to me, if in the big scheme of the MCU and the universe of the MCU and how it's, Ant-Man movies are kind of like palate cleansers. You know what I'm saying? They like Ant-Man film to me was like a palate cleanser. Maybe it abridged a little bit, maybe it won't, but it's kind of like standalone. We can float some ideas in an Ant-Man movie that we can come back from or come back to implement other things, but it's more like a palate cleanser to get to the next joint. You know what I'm saying? Not that they were bad. Ant-Man films aren't bad whatsoever. I mean, I didn't like the last one with Kang. It was so. But they are 2 out of 3 for me, so that's good shooting percentage. If you go 2 for 3 from the free throw line, I'm good with it. If that's all the shots you got, and you put it, you know what I'm saying, I'm fine with it. So it's Ant-Man is successful on the merit of doing the films, but introducing Kang and Ant-Man, that's atrocious. That's nasty work, right? And it's like, I think everybody in the chat, if I were to say, hey man, let's introduce Kang and Ant-Man, I think all y'all would have looked at me like I was crazy. All y'all would have said, we got Fantastic Four coming up, right? We got all these other things that he would actually make more sense in. You know what I mean? Like, you sure you don't want to just wait? Fantastic Four, Nathaniel Richards, Doom, like we can get that holy trilogy thing going on with them. No, you don't want to do that? Okay. X-Men, we can do the Rama Tut, Apocalypse, like we can connect all of those dots for the future franchises that we just got in the Fox merger or in the Fox buyout. Kang would have been perfect for Fantastic Four, going into the past with Rama Tut, Apocalypse ushers in the thought of mutants for the general audience. We run that into X-Men. Like, it's dots they could have connected. Real simple dots. And that's why I keep saying, like, who was steering the ship during this time? And I know they like to say, oh, Feige didn't have the power when Bob Chapek was there. Quality, not quantity. I mean, quantity, not quality. Bob Chapek took his power away. I just find that hard to believe, man. To take total power away as a producer and an executive of a studio, like he ain't got no say so no more. That's the story we're running with. So for 2 to 3 years, 4 years, he just didn't have no say so. Just make movies. Come on, just put them out. I don't know about all that. Secret Invasion. Somebody who just brought it up. Lawrence, Secret Invasion. Oh my God. The whole MCU has just been a mess. When you combine it with the Disney Plus stuff, it's just been a mess. It's been nasty work. Been nasty work, right? I don't even want to talk about Secret Invasion. That was like a waste of time. I want my, you know how when they'd be like, "Hey, can I claim my time back?" I need to claim my time back for that. I need to claim my time back for that, man. Feige has a quote in this. He said, "Did Marvel set Sam Wilson up to fail?" Fail. Well, his quote reopens that because yes, y'all set him up to fail. Y'all set this whole movie up to fail because I'm got to bring it back now. Feige, you set this whole movie up to fail. You didn't do the things to highlight Sam as Captain America before he became Captain America. Like you didn't highlight nothing for him. You should have had Sam showing up as Captain America in different series, different movies, being Cap, right? Just being Cap. Having certain Avengers vouch for him. You know what I'm saying? Thor recognizing Sam as, oh, you the new Cap. Oh, okay, that's what's up. I knew you had it in you. Stuff like that. Hate to say it, yes, he needs approval from his counterparts in the MCU. The audience might would have been a little bit more on board with that if he got the thumbs up from the rest of the Avengers as being Cap. I don't know if this ever would, even if they did pour into it, would it have been a hit? I don't think so because I just think Marvel's brand is ash can juice right now. I don't know what can really save them. I know that Fantastic Four is doing, it's doing decent. We'll see how many, we'll see what the legs is, but it's doing decent. It's doing decent. Will it beat Superman? I don't know. I don't know. I always told y'all it was gonna come down for the July for the July shootout. That's what I'll call it. Between the dinos and the super people. I always thought that the dinos would win, and I think they are gonna win. And then it was gonna be either soup, then it was gonna be soup, and then Fantastic Four. And I'm still staying on that. At first, I was jockeying between Superman and Jurassic Park, but yeah, I'm sticking with Superman. I think will win July. I think it'll win the overall uh thing of it all. You know what I'm saying? So, but yes, Marvel, y'all set up Sam to fail. And going for like, okay, so let's go for now. Let's fast forward with this because we're doing a deep dive. Let's fast forward. What is Sam gonna be going forward? Honestly, I like to, you know what I'm saying? The MCU to me, connected tissue, storytelling within the connective tissue, things of that nature. What is connected now? Did the end of Fantastic Four, did it give you the warm and fuzzies going, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, now I'm ready to go into Doomsday. Did that give y'all the warm and fuzzy? And like I ain't seen no leak said. I saw Darius and Chill them talking about it earlier on what's the name of it? What's Chill if you can and tell me the name of y'all show. Is this the morning show? Y'all just calling it the morning show? Y'all need to check them out. They do good work over there in the morning. I like that they do those morning shows. Um so now if y'all, you got Dre in the morning, now you got Chill and Darius in the morning. 2/3 of the Pantheon doing something. But they were talking about it earlier. I don't know who is the Avengers? Why should I care? What do I care about? Anthony Captain America and the Avengers? I know they did the whole chair thing, and I guess we caring because people watched the chairs, but I think people watched the chair because they thought something was gonna happen. Maybe they was gonna get a hint, some storytelling with the stuff. But what does the future hold for Anthony Mackie? This is how you know that y'all set up Sam Wilson to fail. What does the future hold? Ain't nobody enthusiastic to see Sam be the leader of the Avengers. They made the little joke at the end of Thunderbolts. Oh, he filing a trademark for the Avengers. Why does he? Who? Okay, I need to know who's working with the government and who's not. Who's working with the government, who's not? Sam being Captain America, he just did the whole presidential thing. He was working with the president. He was, working with the military. He was working with the government already. So the Avengers, to me, should be here. Why he got to file a trademark? Then we get the new Avengers, right? Am I supposed to care about them? Thunderbolts was a great film, but am I supposed to care about them? Going forward, I mean. Then Doomsday. We didn't even leave 828. I thought 828 was going to be destroyed. We get Fantastic Four come to the 616. Now we finding out that it's people from the 616 going to the 828. Or whatever world they call in the 626. The 626. The 616. Is the 616 still the main timeline? The main universe? So this, to me, the overall stakes ain't enough, right? The overall stakes aren't enough to make me care. The 19999, right. The 1999.99. And these you right. He thinks like a suit. You're right. He thinks like a suit. You absolutely right. Because he is a suit. And I think that's why it's been. But remember what it was last year or something like that? They was talking about actually going to the fans and asking them what they want and having them watch screenings and things like that so they can go back to the drum. What is that happening? Are any of y'all cities getting these early screenings with no VFX involved? You know what I'm saying? Like just cutting room floor footage to watch and them coming out and polling you and asking you certain. I don't know what cities y'all are from. I know Stamina's over there in London. Chill is up there in Canada. Lawrence, I don't know where you at, but are y'all getting those screenings in y'all city? Or is that just an LA thing? Are they just dealing with it over in LA? Only the LA fans get to make decisions. Like I thought that was supposed to be a big thing going forward. Hey, we're going to be involving the fans. So you in Cali, Lawrence? Okay. So do they do that? Do they say, hey, should we make a pivot here? What do you think? The storytelling is this going to get butts and seats? Are they doing that? I'm in Jacksonville. They quit. I know they quit doing screeners for us down here in Jacksonville. So I couldn't tell you, man. Biggest city land wise in America, and we don't get no screeners. It's nuts. It is nuts. But yeah, y'all let me know on that, man. Y'all let me know because Feige is really getting on my nerves. He getting on my nerves. It's like he tone deaf. And I guess because we're seeing James Gunn and how he handles, and I know a lot of people say, oh, he needs to shut up. But the way James Gunn interacts with the fans online and Twitter, threads, whatever, and it seems like he cares about the universe. I don't know if Feige even cares no more. And then, especially after I saw the 2 years left, y'all think Feige is down with the MCU still, or is he just trying to put out product to save face as he makes his exit? Because a lot of this stuff does feel like he's just playing cleanup as he plots his exit. You know what I mean? We got a super chat, buck. Buck says the best Marvel we got was when Feige, Gunn, and the Russos were all bouncing ideas off each other. Don't forget my guy Josh Whedon was over there. Like, it was a lot of creators over there. I'm with you, Buck. Josh Whedon, Feige, Gunn, the Russos, Favreau, right? Even though he went over to Star Wars, maybe they could bring him back. Like, you gotta have some that's the thing. He don't have people who care about being a creator. He don't have that. Gunn don't necessarily need it because he is the creator. He's a creative. His mind is thinking about these characters. His mind is thinking about these storylines. His mind is, let me go into the comics and see what I can conjure up to make this film sit right with the people who want to come watch it. It's not just about how much money we can make off of said movie. Right? It ain't about that. But what you want? Let me give you something. But which one do you want? I'm gonna give you Martin. Let's get it.
Cheetah's out of control. I'm out of control. This whole damn party's out of control.
Appreciate it, Buck. Appreciate the $4.99, man. I really appreciate it. So yeah, y'all know how I feel, man. Y'all know. Let me ask y'all this: Would Brave New World have been ahead of Steve Rogers' return? You know, would he be a hit, or would it be if let you know? Let me repreface that, because I seen a lot of people. I think even Chill was saying, "Oh no, he was not saying." What, I can't remember what Chill said, that he wasn't talking about. I think he said Chris Evans. Did you say Chris? Either, don't even worry about what Chill said. Salute to him, but don't even worry about it. Would it be a hit if Steve Rogers was in it? If both Steve Rogers and Anthony Mackie was in it, would it be a hit? Or if there was no Anthony Mackie and it was just Steve Rogers in it, what if they recasted Steve? Let me ask y'all this: if they recasted Chris Evans and put a new Steve Rogers, Chill says a lot of things. Ignore. Salute. If they would have recasted Steve Rogers earlier, put him in this film, would have worked. I don't know. Not if Mackie was. Maybe if they did. What if they did like an old man Rogers, old man Steve? Let's back up for a minute. What if they did old man Steve, right? Isaiah Bradley. Now we got two super soldiers that are old, mentoring Bucky, Sam, and the new Falcon. I don't even like the new Falcon. That's nasty. But being mentored by the OGs. Do you think that works? No. Y'all let me. I don't know. I don't know, man. I do not know. Let me check in with the chat. Let me go back in the chat, because y'all, I appreciate the chat been lighting it up, man. I appreciate everybody who came to watch, everybody who was in the chat. My house gang, appreciate my house gang, man. Let me go up. Who is in the building? Junior's in the building. Buck is in the building. Lawrence is in the building. D Stizzle in the building. Stamina in the building. Jimmy McD is in the building. Chill is in the building. Lawrence is in the building. The Lawrence Report is in the building. Who else? Who else was in the building? Y'all was in the building, man. Y'all been chatting it up. Y'all been chatting it up. Let me see. These still says Spidey is street level. Keep him in them streets. Yeah, Spidey should have been in them streets from the beginning. right? He should have been in them streets from jump. I don't know why they had him playing with Iron Man. It's like they thought that the Spider-Man movie wouldn't work without RDJ. You think you think Feige didn't have enough faith in the Spider-Man movie, so they put RDJ in the movie because they didn't think it was gonna work without RDJ? Or do you think just because do you think the story called for it because of what happened in Civil War? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like when I go back and look at these decisions, Feige is he just really ain't there, man. Still said Johnny Storm is one of Peter's best friends. Another reason why there's separate FF universe. Right. But that's the MCU in general, man. That's the MCU in general. A lot of people want to see these characters interact. So now they're going to shoehorn these characters in Doomsday, forced interaction, just to blow it up. I'm guessing in what comes after Doomsday? I don't know why I'm trying to stay. I'm blank. Secret Wars, just to blow it up in Secret Wars, and then say, "Oh, we're gonna do a reboot." You know what? I kind of wish that they didn't even tell us that they were doing a reboot, because I think now, I kind of well, maybe for me personally, the lore isn't there because now I know you just reboot. I'm ready for the reboot. I'm ready for the reset. I'm waiting on the reset. Fist versus Spidey. Yep. The best to me, if they stick with MCU, see, this is what I do. Disney Plus. Disney Plus would be I would be strictly street level for the most part over there with Disney Plus. And I would have that Disney Plus universe, right? I would probably do, I think, a good starting point or a good story for a solid street level Disney Plus two uh 3-phase arc, maybe Gang Wars. Maybe Gang Wars would be a good street level arc for Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? That's Luke Cage becoming the mayor, Fist going back to doing Kingpin stuff, and all the gangs are fighting or jockeying for position. Spidey's involved, like I said, Luke Cage is involved, like a lot of Daredevil's involved. I think that works. I think that works. And I think it could be a lot of hype for that. A lot of hype. Lawrence's multiverse, lazy universe out. It was lazy. It was like, see, even these Sizzle says, I've been ready for a reboot, had enough of this. Like, yeah, it's like I had enough. Had enough. So they don't have to go home, but they can go to the void. Yeah. Yeah. Says remove Favreau, Josh Whedon, and the Russos, the MCU would have collapsed. Ooh. Ooh, don't tell on them, D Stizzle. Don't tell on them. Ooh, long time ago. Yikes. Yikes. Long time ago. Yeah, I saw that. It is slowing down. Superman is staying steady for the most part, right? I think Ross, Talia Al Ghul, League of Assassins series would have been better. Oh, you talking about for what? Instead of the Brave and the Bold? Raj, Talia Al Ghul, League of Assassins series. As a series? League of Assassins series. Or are you saying instead of Clayface? What did they add that in? I like that. I'm gonna get on Threads tomorrow, man. I'm a ask Gunn if he ever thought about a League of Assassins series. Let's see what he say. He likes to respond. Hope maybe he'll respond to what I got to say, man. A League of Assassins series. I like that. I like that. I like that. Y'all was chatting it up, man. I'm too far up. Let me go to recent. Yeah, he said instead of Clayface. Informant Media, what up? What up? He's in the building. The X-Men already had 10 reboots in the last decade and confusing storylines. Yeah, they gotta just get linear storytelling. Linear storytelling, man. So everybody ain't an egghead like me. I'm a real, like, I think so, and maybe I think that's one thing why sometimes I don't enjoy these movies, because I'm too busy thinking instead of just sitting down and enjoying. And I have to go back and watch it again and take my brain and put it on the couch, because I be thinking about stuff like that, man. Stuff like that really irk me, like especially the simple stuff, the timeline and universes. How do you even mix that up? How does a timeline become a universe and vice versa? I just don't get that. Stamina says the reboot talk is kind of similar energy to when we all knew that. Right. Not long for this world. People was like, is it even worth going to? That could be another thing too. Is it worth going to see Fantastic Four? Is it worth going to see Doomsday, Secret Wars? Is it worth it? Is it? You know what? If this Avengers Doomsday movie comes out and does the same thing that Fantastic Four does, can we officially say that the MCU is over? Can we officially say, let me not say the MCU is over, because I'm looking at these things like sports teams or leagues, right? Feige, as the commissioner of this league, needs to go. And yes, he's had major success. Major success. And then COVID happened. And I don't see his pivot shoes. I don't see his creativity. I don't see none of that. And like I said, in the sports team, I know I just called him the commissioner, but let's take it down a notch. Let's look at coaches and GMs. If a GM isn't creative enough to get to make the trades and to draft properly, them and the coach, they got to go. They got to go. Right. And that's what they normally do. Get somebody else in here who can change the culture. Because I think the MCU needs a culture change. I think the MCU needs a culture change, man. Culture change indeed. Indeed. Still says, wait, I'm in your house gang now? Nah, I'm not Reed Williams. I don't join gangs. Yeah, you house gang, bro. House gang? Ain't no wrong being in the house gang, man. You don't join gangs? Nah, you in this gang, bro. A gang ain't bad, man. Don't let them gas that up. Don't let them gas your head up thinking gangs is bad. Jamie D says, a neat idea, but you'll need a full rewrite of the script. What are we talking about? I don't know. We talked about that. Let me see what else. Junior says, I see Clayface being a hit with the horror audience. Yep. Big hit. I think it's gonna be a hit, man. I think it's gonna be a hit. I think it's gonna work. I think because I don't think they're gonna preface it as like a DCU film. Right? Yeah, to have the stamp on it, and they might run the, you know what I'm saying, the bumper at the beginning. But I don't think they're gonna make it seem like this is a DCU film. If they go, and that's what I keep saying, if they go full horror and just say this is Clayface and just make it like a horror movie that's just inside the DCU, a lot of people gonna run to it and don't even know that it's a DCU movie. I think it'll work. I think too deep, man. Yes, think too deep, head ass. That's me, man. I be watching the movie, analyze. Sometimes when you go into the movie and you go into it and you just analyzing the movie instead of enjoying it, you know what I'm saying? It hurts your enjoyment. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Oh yeah, Marvel's finished. Yeah, if Doomsday don't put up the numbers, bro. If Doomsday don't put up them numbers, what if it don't put up the numbers, what do you think they do? What do you think they do? Do you think they even go into Secret Wars? Do they go into Secret Wars if they don't put up them numbers? I don't know. I don't know. I like this. Stamina says Doomsday and Secret Wars don't hit. Too much of what made Marvel the greatest in cinema history has been lost and may never be gotten back. At that point, clean house. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. I don't think it's not going to be a hit. I think both of these movies are probably going to do damage in the box office, but I'm just speculating now. The way, because Fantastic Four ain't even, I don't even see a lot of people bigging up Fantastic Four like I thought. A lot of people like, it was cool. It's cool. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the after hype ain't there for Fantastic Four like it is with Superman. Like the after hype with Superman, at least in the circles that I'm at, the stuff that I'm seeing online, you know, everybody's internet, we all got the same internet, but everybody's algorithm ain't the same. My algorithm is showing me Superman. People really, really enjoy Superman. Really, really enjoy Superman. So, because unfortunately, writers and directors play the friend game and sacrifice the script. Yeah. Yeah. Are you talking about the yeah? Yeah, it would be. Yeah, talking about the rewrites and all that. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yes. I will be covering Gen Z, Gen V, and Peacemaker. I'm trying to make it a habit to be on here majority of the week around 8 o'clock. Give y'all maybe some nightly news, stuff like that. So yes, I will be covering Gen V. I think Gen V dope. See, I should have covered the first season. They're adding Starlight into this, so there kind of be a Gen V, The Boys crossover effect. Because you know that last season of The Boys, it was cool, but it wasn't all that. And then yeah, Peacemaker, man. That's when I knew James Gunn had something over there at DC. That's when I knew Peacemaker first season. I couldn't, man. Peacemaker, I could always watch it. I was episode. He turned John Cena into a star, man. He really did with that Peacemaker. That Peacemaker really turned to a star. See, even the informants say he do that, man. Yeah, get the analyzing. Just to lead dark, be dark. Yes. Ooh, just to lead dark, Swamp Thing. See, they got, and I think they're gonna go into those. It's not like Feige and Blake. Feige didn't want to do. That's the thing. This is how you know this man been asleep at the wheel. You got two-time winner Mahershala Ali, Academy Award winner, chomping at the bit, ready to do a Blade film, and you can't get it right. That let me know that you weren't gonna do that anyway. You wasn't prepared to do a Blade film. That probably wasn't even in your time frame or your future endeavors. I think y'all dog and pony that man out on that stage just to get an applause from the crowd, not only the crowd but black folks. See, this is when, and I'm not against DEI. I don't think it necessarily helped, Black Americans, but this is when when they just lean into that, into diversity the wrong way. I think that's the wrong way to lean into diversity. When you lean into it to show that, hey, I got black employees, and you dog and pony your black employees around, but then you don't give the black employees the treatment that they deserve. It's trash to me, man. Trash can juice. They did. Got the last laugh. 721 mil for mid Jurassic Park world. Yeah. It was kind of mid, huh? But they only need, the thing is, simple scripts, right? The people over there who are doing Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever they want to call it, they know kids love dinosaurs. Love them things. It don't have to be a complex. Look at how they just shoehorn the family. They did that for the kids, you know what I'm saying? For the family aspect. Knowing damn well that family should not have been sailing that boat in that area of the ocean. just so happened, oh, look at the family out. What? Where did y'all come from? But they did that because of the kids. Like, let's add the kids. Then to get the small little dinosaur, that's, you know what I'm saying? Make a plushie out of that for the kids. Feige simplify the Blade project. He's a vampire hunter in a leather suit with a sword. Go. That's it. That is it. He is a vampire hunter, half vampire, half human, in a leather suit with a sword. Go. Like, it's easy to go from that. Vampire hunter, go. Why y'all trying to add all this dumb? Come on, man. Peacemaker was a stealth banger. Those trailers didn't do justice for it at all. But when I watched it, it was, yeah, I think it's crazy. I don't think they put a lot into Peacemaker, like you said, as far as the advertising and stuff like that. I think they just threw it out there, and I think it, they threw it out there and it worked. They threw it out there and it worked. 12 out of 10 stars. Yeah, man. It was like that sleeper. Anybody who said, "Oh, I ain't like Peacemaker," I look at him a little funny. You know what I'm saying? If somebody say, "I don't like Peacemaker," I look at them a little funny. I really do. Really do. Yes. The Voyage, the drag. Come on, man. The Voyage was mid, right? Could have been done better. Could have been done better. But I actually enjoyed it. It was a little too dark on the boat and everything, but I enjoyed it. Scary. You know what I'm saying? A little mystery involved. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Not a bad joint. You look at him funny too. I look at him just a little funny, like, really? Just a little funny. The Blade should be British. I'm not mad at that. Eric Brooks is British. Not mad at that. You don't really get accents in comics unless it's like Rogue or Gambit talking. So, but yeah, he is British. I wouldn't be mad if they said, you know what? We got how many Underworld movies did we get? We had a lot. That's one of my favorite, like, vampire werewolf movies. Kind of mixed, you know what I'm saying? Shot kind of Matrix style with the whole sepia or the bluish tint on top of it. And those movies, some mid, some good, but simplified in the storytelling. We didn't even know where they were at, like what city where they were at, stuff like that. I think you do that with Blade, just like the first Blade movie. We didn't know where Blade was at. He just running around some random city, going from city to, could have been going from city to city for all we know, but we did not know where he was at. So I agree with you. It could be set in London, but it could be set in nowhere for all I care. Nowhere. You know what I mean? Just like in Underworld. Some European city. Yep. Dion, what up, Dion? I don't think I seen you in here. Dion says, I have a theory about Doomsday, which is quite delusional, but hear me out. Iron Man was Dr. Doom's dream. Iron Man was Dr. Doom's dream. Expound on that. Iron Man was Dr. Doom's dream. You're saying Iron Man was Dr. Doom's dream. So Dr. Doom had a dream of everything that happened in Iron Man or in the 616. And now I'm actually not mad at that. I'm not mad at that theory. Not mad. I don't like nothing going on with that. I hate this. I don't like nothing going on with that. That Fantastic Four post credit scene did not do anything for the OG. Nothing for me, man. Nothing. Nathaniel didn't do nothing for me at all. At all. Jimmy McD says Ironception. Oh man. Blade can be in the hood killing gentrifying. That's more than enough to differentiate from Wesley's Blade. True that. The dreams are the worst kind of fake out to me. I find all such things. What was that? Who started that? The dream trope, was that Star Trek? Didn't Star Trek do that? Start the whole "it was all a dream" trope. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it cool that the Russo brothers directed both Thunderbolts and? Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they directed them, so there is some connection and synergy. But nothing is adding up. So in the Thunderbolts, we get that ship coming to Earth, and it's been all types of, that could be Tiana Paris's photon coming from wherever she coming from. Is it the Fantastic Four? Because now it's like, well, when is the Thunderbolt set on the timeline? We were just talking about the timelines earlier with Spider-Man and the leaks. What year was Thunderbolt is set? If they got the spaceship and then we got Fantastic Four, like it's kind of a little confusing as far as what, because I think they're trying to give us some threads to get to Doomsday, but to me, there's a huge gap in story that they gotta fill, and they gotta fill it in Doomsday. Right? If we're being connected, there's a huge gap coming from Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and then there's a cliff drop off into the abyss. Right? And then you look over and there's Doomsday. But you got to get past this chasm, and it's a huge chasm. Huge. I don't know, man. I don't know. I do think it's dope that he directed that they directed the post-credit scenes, because in their head they know what they're doing. Right? And like I said, I'm analyzing, I'm Monday morning quarterback analyzing what's going on with the MCU. So, but until I see more, I don't know. I do not know. Marvel might take too long on Blade and I end up on Google Flow, man. Hey. Ryan Reynolds kind of did it with Deadpool, right? He came up with a whole concept for it, and that's how it got greenlit. I can see people that will Mahershala even want to do Blade? That's my question. This Jurassic World just did 716 or something like that. They're on the precipice of getting to 800 maybe. And who knows, they might sneak and pull a bill and might scratch $1 billion. That's another. And the crazy thing is, as soon as they announced that they was making a Jurassic World, they start shooting it and had a release date. We didn't even get it. We still ain't got a release date. No script, no concept art, no nothing for Doomsday. Not Doomsday, for Blade. No nothing. We don't even know what Blade looked like. We heard his voice, but we don't know nothing about Blade. What he looked like, what he do, nothing. I think Spider-Man's pro credit scenes will get a small teaser, like a quick clip of Doom opening his eyes or something small. Maybe. I keep forgetting that they're making Spider-Man, but I thought I'm getting conflicting reports with Spider-Man. The report of Spider-Man to me is it's supposed to be this not a standalone, but I don't know if Doomsday is gonna have anything to do with Spider-Man, like a post-credit scene, anything like that. So I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research on that. Because it's supposed to be grounded. It's supposed to be Spidey doing his own thing. So I don't know. So much groundwork to cover, man. So much. I just don't know how they do it. I don't know how they pull it off. D still says to challenge them is the court death is my favorite post credit scene, and then I got no Thanos with death. Yeah. I seen somebody talking about Thanos today. About whether if the Thanos we got in the MCU was like weak and was his motivations stupid, and should he have been written with the whole, death storyline? Because if I remember correct, wasn't Mephisto in that? Mephisto and death, and that's the reason why he was going after the Infinity Stones in the first place. So I think it could have been a decent storyline. Maybe who knows? It might have been better than what we got with Endgame and Infinity War. 2 questions. Do you think the Punisher will be in Doomsday after rumors of him being a Spider-Man? Do you think Galactus will come back in Avengers Secret Wars, or is he done? I'm gonna answer 2 first. I hope Galactus is not done. I really hope I hope he's not done. I had my nitpick on Galactus. I loved his design, liked the way he looked. I liked his looming presence. To me, he wasn't big enough. For me, I think he should have been like celestial size, or they just should have showed that he could make his he could change his size. He could do shape, shift the size and stuff like that to meet his demand of what he needed to do. But I just think he should have been a little bit more looming. But they got to bring him back. Galactus is supposed to be one of them that you don't destroy Galactus. He's a force of nature. Only thing you could do is bargain with him, stuff like that. Show him a different planet to eat. Even Sue, as strong as Sue is, I thought I loved how they showed Sue and and how they executed her powers. But the way that they got rid of Galactus, and I say this to Dre, was real. It was, I don't want to say corny, but it was like it was straight out of a comic book. Like it was out of a comic book. The way that they got rid of this super strong godlike being, they pushed him into a portal, right? And I got a nitpick about the portal. Remember, Reed invented, and I know I'm on a tangent, but Reed, the way he was teleporting one thing or from one place to another was you had to have the platform, right? You had to have the platform. Well, how was he going to move the Earth? To what platform was he moving the Earth to? That's my question, right? So then when they did open up the portal for Galactus, was there another platform on the other side? That's just my question, just my thought. And to answer one, him being in Doomsday, why? I would say why? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe, maybe not. I don't think we necessarily need. I think it's already too many in Doomsday to give me a fleshed out, understandable storyline. I think it might be too many people in Doomsday. That's what I'm saying. And like I could be wrong, but he don't necessarily need to be in there. If he is, he is. If not, you know. Anybody else? Because I'm about to wrap it up. About to wrap it up. Stamina says they won't use Galactus again. I don't think so. I would love to be wrong. Not killing villains is the only thing they've improved. Hope Aubrey Plaza can reprise his death. I didn't hate that. Yeah, that'd be dope if she came back as Death. on a bigger scale, I think it would be dope. You know what? For me, and I'm not even a big fan of Agatha, that Fantastic Four end credit scene, if Agatha would have showed up, I think I would it would have been a bigger emotional response from me because that would have made a little bit of sense with Agatha being the protector of Franklin Richards and being the nanny in the Fantastic Four. I think that would have made a lot of sense for Agatha to show up. But I know they're trying to sell the big Doom situation and everything like that. But I think that would have been a bigger emotional moment than Doom, just for me. And I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all let me know what if Agatha would have showed up, how y'all would have made y'all feel. But Doom, that's at least that scene. It's not like I'm not anticipating Doom, but that scene just didn't give me the fuzzies. Spider-Man just needs to be in Secret Wars. Agreed. To think about how the Galactus returned from that portal, he jumped off of the platform replaced. He wasn't sent to. He jumped off the platform replaced. He wasn't sent to empty space. I'm. What do you mean? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about how did Galactus return from that portal? He jumped off of the platform replaced. He wasn't sent to empty space. I don't know what I mean. He can. I mean, it's Galactus. He could transverse through space. I'm pretty sure. He could fly. So I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Shit, I would link you, but I'm about to wrap up, man. I got some stuff to do. Um, I can hit you. We can talk offline. Um, but yeah, I got some stuff to do. So Agatha will be a homework resurface because it only makes sense to certain TV watchers and book readers, and for different reasons of that. True, true that, true that. Not matter. And like I said, personally for me, I just Agatha showing up, I think would have made some sense. Um, you know, but you're right, it would have been some homework because nobody watches Disney Plus. Nobody watches Disney Plus. And salute to Ironheart for being on uh for charting, but um it was some finagling with that to get her to chart, to get that show to chart. Not that it wasn't good and didn't wasn't good on its own merit, but it was some finagling to get it to chart. Yeah, how you didn't know Galactus flies? Hold on, man. Come on, chill, monger. Galactus normally just shows up. He don't be on his. They had him inside that ship, which is cool. I don't have no issue with that. But Galactus normally just be chilling in space by himself, just chilling. Right. I'll show you him just chilling in space. He don't be in the ship. So think of a photo like this. Let me see. Hold on, that ain't it. See if I can do this. Think of a photo like this. Chill. Think of a photo like that. Like he's flying. He's what I'm saying. He's in space, just flying. You know what I'm saying? That's how he goes from planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, things of that nature. He be flying, bro. He flies through the galaxy just like Silver Surfer, just like the fastest. Do y'all think is Silver Surfer the fastest being in the MCU? I think Silver Surfer is the fastest being in the MCU. So, but yeah, Galactus, uber powerful. Um, I think it might have been a dumb, not dumb thing, a good thing that they dumbed him down. But I think they might have dumbed him down a little too much. Nah, Surfer's faster than Makar, without a doubt, Tina. And I love Makar; she was killer. But Surfer, look, matter of fact, we can do this. We'll do this way. We just look it up because I think it's Silver Surfer. I think it's Silver Surfer. Not in the MCU. Let's see. That mosquito on here biting the hell out of me. She got a car. That's like saying who's fast Usain Bolt to me driving a Corvette. Norn is. I'm trying to tell you. I think Silver Surfer is the fastest being. Okay, let's see what CPR. Quasar 10. Let's see. Let me share this instead. And then I'm out of here. Then I'm out of here. Share this instead. And salute to you, Tina. Salute for showing up. 10. They got this is CBR. Quasar at 10. Captain Marvel at 9. Spectrum should not be at 8. Spectrum should not be at 8. Nah. She should not be at, she should not be at 8. Thor at 7. Sentry at 6. Nova at 5. Makari at 4. Silver Surfer at 3. I know it was these Thizzle. Hey, first thing I saw, I just wanted to see Adam Warlock at 2. Oh, I forgot about the Runner. The Runner is like an elder god. Like you can't do that. The Runner. Forgot about the Runner. But you see who at number 3. So I think is he faster? I don't know. Is Adam Warlock faster than Silver Surfer? They gotta be neck and neck. I'm surprised they didn't have Chavez on here. She fast too. They dumbed her down in the MCU. America Chavez is probably one of the most powerful characters, I would say. Yep, dude Makari. Dude Makari. But yeah, I would say I think that list is proper though. These Stills, you don't agree with that list? You don't think that's a proper list? Yeah, because that's in the MCU, it's a she. In the comics, it's a he. But I think they did a change because of MCU synergy. You know what I'm saying? I think he went in, he died, and because they die and they get reborn and stuff like that. And he came out, he was a woman this time, stuff like that. But yeah, let me wrap it up, man. Let me wrap it up. Get on up out of here. I appreciate everybody who joined, man. Hour and 40 in. I'm only supposed to be doing these blues news for like an hour, just to let y'all know. But that Kevin Feige convo just had me going. So yeah. Next time tomorrow, just the hour, y'all. Blues news is just the hour. Unless if we go long, we go long. I don't mind going long, but why I gotta be all that, man? Bald head, scallywag. I got hair in the back, man. I got hair in the back. I hope we do. Eternals was a letdown of a movie because they didn't go all in the way that they should have went all in. Instead of that, yep, that's it. That's it. They should have they did that should have been the beginning of seeding mutants throughout the world. Appreciate it. But it is what it is. Let's get up out of here, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. Tomorrow, 8:00, same time. We're only doing this hour, man. Just the hour. If we run over, we run over. But an hour. Be on the lookout for an hour next time, right? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. Please if you ain't here, please hit the like. If you're coming back on the watch, hit the like. You know what I'm saying? That way the algorithm will see it. Share it if you can. Sharing is caring. I appreciate the cash apps, the donations. If you want to donate, you can. Super chats are always welcome, and the memberships are open. Become a member. Really become a member of the house gang. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to support, that will help. Become a house gang member. For real, for real. And like that, like I said, you know the deal. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, man. Take it easy, be safe. And like that there, we are outie 5